Hi everyone, thank you for watching the mini-series, Violet's Abusive Mother. As stated, first we will talk about abuse, what it is, and signs of it. And then, you get to meet Violet, and ask questions if you want to.
What is abuse? Abuse is something done to you that hurts you, makes you feel bad. Abuse is often, not always, an ongoing thing, rather than a once or twice episode. There are many kinds of abuse. Let's explore them. Group of dots. Types of abuse. Verbal abuse, uncontrolled screaming at you, or calling you bad names. Talking to children about adult situations. Group of dots. Mental abuse, someone making you believe things that are not true, playing tricks on your mind. Blaming you for things that are not your fault. Saying you're a bad person. Withdrawing affection. Group of dots. Emotional abuse / neglect, someone hurting your feelings on purpose. Calling you names. Saying bad things that destroy your self-esteem. Never saying nice things to you, or complimenting you, or saying good job, but rather putting you down instead. Not showing a loved one love. Group of dots. Physical abuse, being hit by anyone, choking, kicking, hitting in the face or head, having something thrown at you, with intention of hurting you, causing something to hurt you physically. Punishing or whipping with loss of control. Parents should never hit their children when they are very angry. And then yes, there is sexual abuse, which we will not be going into in this series, as not appropriate to do so. Group of dots. What are signs to look for, to tell if someone is abused? 1. Unexplained bruises on someone often. 2. Child is often absent or tardy to school and often tired when at school. 3. Child is not well kept, clothing dirty, or hair messy and unattended. 4. Child is very withdrawn from others, afraid, shy / quiet and does not want to participate in things. 5. Grades suddenly drop, child seems sad. 6. A child at any age, who suddenly starts bedwetting. Group of dots. And, there are many more signs too, but, and this is important, any one of these listed alone, could be a sign of something other than child abuse. So experts say, that I have read about, there should be at least 3 or more solid signs of abuse before making a phone call to report it. You have to be sure. It would be awful for someone to be accused of such a thing, if it were not true. And lastly, if you are a victim of abuse, no matter what you have been threatened with, you need to tell someone. It will not stop until you do. What abuse is not? Strict parenting is not abuse, unless the parent would get out of control. Getting punished for doing something wrong is not abuse. Being yelled at for saying or doing something wrong is not abuse. Getting a whipping, which I personally don't believe in, by personal choice, but getting hooped, as some parents use in parenting, is not abuse, unless the parent does it in extreme anger, and loses control, seriously hurting their child. There is a line between what is abuse, and what is not abuse at times. But, even with a child, deep in their heart, I believe they know the difference.
Okay, now we know what abuse is, and isn't, and what some signs could be. That's great to know. And we know that anyone can be an abuser, not just a parent, it could be anyone doing that stuff. There are also bullies, usually at school. And what they do is wrong. Tell someone if you are being bullied. Now lastly, you get to meet and ask any questions, if you would like, to Violet, the real Violet. I'm just a character, portraying her. Please welcome, the real Violet.
Hello. It's okay. I know this may be a shock to most of you. I am the real Violet, your Raziel from Plutagon. This story was about my childhood. I really hesitated whether to reveal that it was me. But you know what? I was not the one who did anything wrong, so I am not ashamed. The first things I want to say are, do not feel sorry or bad for me. Do not feel sad, Rose Hill. Don't do pity parties. I don't allow that. We all go through hard things in life, and this just happened to be mine. I am not a victim anymore. I am a survivor. I shared this story because there are so many kids out there going through this, many going through even worse than I did. If it's you, you're not alone, and you should tell someone, because you do not deserve to be abused. People need to know what abuse is and the signs of it. And of course, my whole childhood cannot fit into 6 plots, but you see the gist of it. And if you, or someone you know, is going through abuse, tell someone. Don't hide it. You can even tell anonymously, by writing it, and not leaving a name. But tell, set yourself, or someone, free. And know this, that you can overcome any damage that was done. You can be a survivor. And someday, help others. Now, if any of you have any questions for me, feel free to ask. Just put your questions in the messages. The only topic that is off limits for me is about being abducted at age 7. I don't wish to discuss those details, and this plot is about those being abused daily. The most important reason I felt I needed to make this series is because I feel it is important for kids and adults to know what abuse is. I believe there may be some parents who don't even realize they are abusing and hurting their kids. I myself did not know I was being abused. I knew it didn't feel right, but I had no idea there was a word for it. And now, we have more laws in effect to protect children from abuse, and you will not go to jail. They may put a child in protective custody while the parent or parents get counseling, anger management, and take child care classes. Their goal is to make things better and get the children back with parents. There is a lot of help out there. No child should have to keep living with abuse. If this series help even one child or person to learn about abuse, or have the courage to tell someone they are abused, or that they need some help, or help a friend realize they are being abused, then it was worth it. You have nothing to be ashamed of. You were the victim, and can learn to be a survivor and have a good life. An abuser can be a stranger, a babysitter, a sibling, a parent, a teacher, even a child, abusing pets or younger siblings, etc. You have knowledge now, and knowledge gives us power to resolve things. Though it was very difficult for me to relive these things that happened, it is also healing and freeing. No abuser holds me hostage anymore, and I'm not ashamed to tell my story, especially if it can help someone else. And most important, my Plitagon friends, is be yourself always. Be proud of who you are, and never believe anything bad someone says to you or about you, because every one of us is born special, with something special to offer the world. You are very special.